Ahoy YouTubers, it is I3 Hellgear, and I want to talk about the Ancient Games. Now, the Ancient Games finished up Monday this week, and I wanted to take this opportunity now to give a little recap on it. And I say this now, even though it's like the 22nd of December at 2-something in the morning before I go to sleep. I'm saying this now because yesterday, the Merge Dragons development team, on Thursday the 21st, they showed off the Christmas event dragon. And knowing them, I'm probably going to have to, when I wake up later on this Friday, record some winter event action. But before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about the Ancient Games mechanic. Now, to those of you who missed the Ancient Games, it said that it was the first Ancient Games done for Merge Dragons. This picture, as you can see, isn't just some nice little art. It's actually the playing field you had to deal with. The dragon is standing over the magic plinth. That one rose petal in the green square, you had 4 little places where the plinth would distribute the items. And then you have a 4x4 field where you would place said items and merge them to get the highest score possible. However, if you place them in those squares, as you can probably see by the locks on them, but each of those tiles have locks and you can't move them around. So once they're there, they're stuck for good. And it's kind of like a Bejeweled style format where you merge 3 into a bigger one and you create space. Now, to help you out, you got the choice of 3 power-ups: a switch, a bomb, and a shovel. I didn't use any of the power-ups, mainly because they costed dragon gems to do. And if you run out of moves, you have one of 2 options. You can either use a power-up to give yourself some more space, or you just spin the wheel and be like, that's it. And your scores from playing throughout the 5 days of the Ancient Games accrue to get your prize, which of course is the Stadium Dragon that you hopefully see there. Now, the prizes went from metal tiers. The bronze prize was 1 Stadium Dragon egg. The silver prize was 2 eggs. The gold prize was 3 eggs. Now, I took 3rd place, so I was in the platinum prize, and I got a nest of the Stadium Dragon eggs. I still haven't hatched these Stadium Dragon eggs just yet, mainly because I really don't have the room to hold all of the dragons that I have in camp. But I still have that nest in there. I'll probably hatch them sometime soon. Hopefully I will get 5 eggs out of that nest, so when I finally do, I'll have 2 Stadium Dragon whelps. And when this new Christmas event starts, I'll be ready to do, I'll have the Stadium Dragon egg in the egg shop. That's mainly how the events have been going. They would introduce a new dragon, and if you've participated, you can find access to that particular dragon's egg in the shop, starting at 10 dragon gems, which is great. Now, the mechanic to this, if I'm being honest, the 4x4 square is not enough room. I mean, you really have to compromise your space, especially if you don't want to burn your dragon gems, or if you don't have the money to acquire dragon gems, or you didn't find the purple dragon stars to accrue dragon gems. Part of me, and I said this during my play of the Ancient Games, is this was my idea of the original format for how Merge Dragons was supposed to be. You just have items you would place in a plinth, and then you would move them around for various things. And the items were generated at random, the random numeric generator, RNG. Now, of course, this was a test run to do this, and the test went pretty well. You know, for that 5-day period that they had it the first time, I took 3rd place. I want to say to everyone in the comments section who've been watching my little playthrough of this throughout my Ancient Games, you guys have been very supportive, and I found out that some of you even implemented the strat that I used for your own ways of playing, and I know a lot of you got some really high scores, so congratulations to all the other players who managed to get the Diamond Prize, which was the level 2 Stadium Dragon. Or at least I think it's the level 2 Stadium Dragon. I'm not sure, because they've only showed the Stadium Dragon Whelp as a grand prize if you manage to land on the wheel. So let me talk about that now. When you run out of turns and you go to exit, you spin the wheel. And the wheel has all these little panels on it. And one particular panel is another wheel. It's the premium wheel. And they have a premium wheel icon. And that premium wheel has essentially various dragon nests, various dragon whelps, and then one stadium dragon whelp. One of the interesting things was you could get one of the past event eggs from there. At one time I did it, there was a moon dragon egg up for grabs. Another time there was a skeleton dragon egg up for grabs. I didn't see a wood dragon egg, so if anybody saw a wood dragon egg up in the premium wheel slot, let me know in the comment section below. I didn't land on the premium spot I didn't land on it enough. I got a crimson dragon egg nest, a grass dragon egg nest, and a sharp dragon egg nest, just to say the few. I really didn't get any of the whelps, or including the stadium dragon whelp, but I didn't get that guy. Would I recommend other players who are new to the game to try this out when the second Ancient Games comes out? Yes. Simply because, as the Merge Dragons development team said on their Twitter, they were asking if people wanted to be a little competitive. You compete with other players. You even input your name on how the game will recognize you, and I did as such. This reminds me of those little weekly contests that certain games have in them. For example, another game that I'm playing on my channel, Smurfs Epic Run, they have a weekly tournament where you run as far as you can on one life. And if you die, you can use continues with your gems. You can buy gems and buy continues to go a little bit further. This is something I can see them doing on a weekly basis a little later on in the game. I'm not sure if anybody else has other feedback on them, but my personal feedback is that this is probably going to be a weekly thing. You know, they'll just include this. Kind of like how they included Kala the Treasure Hunter, how she wants various stuff from your camp and a daily treasure chest. I can see this being like, okay, once a cup every 2 weeks, we'll have one of these great games, or like once a month they'll bring out the Ancient Games so you can get more Stadium Dragon eggs and more Stadium Dragons in your camp. You know, I can understand that. I can understand them doing something like that. You know, maybe every month or so, like every 3 weeks, bust out with an Ancient Games run so we can get some more of these guys. Because I know a lot of people are This goes back to the whole event Dragon Eggs in the shop. Because all the eggs in the shop, if you're an avid Merge Dragons player, and you know when the eggs become available in the shop, they have that set price. And after you buy so many, that set price increases. I can only imagine, and I mean this too, I can only imagine just how much the Dragon Gems will accrue when it comes to pricing the event dragons, especially the wood dragon that was from last month's event. Also, the background. I like it. It reminds me of the Roman Colosseum. You know, you got bricks that turn into vases, which turn into really nice pots. And then you got these columns You know, then you have the flowers, and they merge into multiple flowers and then a prettier flower. The field itself, 4x4. Give me one more row. Give me one more row. Give me a 20. Give me the 4x5. Give me 20 squares. You know, give me 20 squares, and then the 4 where the plinth spits out your items to move around. You know, give me that median room, because the 16 squares is just, ooh, it's not enough room to work with. And RNG is not kind either. RNG doesn't seem to be kind in these types of games. But then again, this is a puzzle game, and puzzle games are my favorite type of game to play. This is one of the things that I found interesting about this game. And some people think that going through the grind in the process of all these, especially the monthly events like the Moon Dragon, Skeleton Dragon, and Wood Dragon, some people who watch episodes or videos of people playing this on YouTube, they'll say it's boring. Somebody told me during my Wood Dragon event run that this was boring. Look, I get it. Okay, the event dragons are a super grind. Those events are super grindy. Probably even, and breathe. You know, those event dragon stages are super grindy, and that was one of the things that was nice to not have to do in the ancient games, is be on the super grind like you would, which unfortunately I'm probably gonna have to do again for the Christmas dragon, and that Christmas dragon looks amazing. Actually, I'm gonna show you the art that they released on the Twitter page. I managed to save this bad boy. So let me just go over to the next screen. Okay, sure, I'll sum it up. This was the first event, the Moon Dragons, then the Skeleton Dragons, then last month's Wood Dragons, and we go back to our ancient games, and then there is this, the Christmas Dragons. So when that event ends, I'm going to give my summary for it as well. I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully I can get the level 1 of this bad boy. But anyways, back to the stadium. All in all, again, I can see this being like in every couple of weeks they'll throw out the ancient games to give all of the dragon mergers out there a chance to get more of these guys. I can see that happening. That's probably what the level 4 stadium dragon looks like, and it looks awesome. Not even gonna lie, looks awesome. Almost mechanic, but that armor is just godlike, man. It's not the coolest looking of the level 4s, but it is one of the most amazing. I wonder how long it takes to polish that armor, man. That mithril is just looks so shiny and glistening. Oh, man. But that being said, I'm going to end it right here. Let me know what you guys think about the ancient games. Would you like to see more of the ancient games? Would you like a 5th row for the playing field like I would? Do you think the 4 rows are enough? You know, should they give you something like the first power up when you play is free? Is the heart system? My God, I didn't even talk about the heart system. You have a life point system in this. Yeah. So when you finish a run, you lose one of your 5 hearts, and you have to wait for the time to refill them. Yeah. Life point system. I talked about the accruing score to make a higher place. Was that a good idea? Yes, it was. It was a good idea. Again, let me know in the comment section how your experience was with the first Ancient Games. If you didn't participate in the Ancient Games and you found my summation adequate, do you feel like this is something you'll do for the second Ancient Games? And any other Ancient Games that might happen in the future of Merge Dragons? Is the Stadium Dragon cool looking at level 4? Or cute looking at level 1? But for now, I take my goose from the oven because I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.